What's up, traders? This is Vee Trades, and today we'll be doing a technical analysis breakdown for strategy B with the ticker symbol MSTR. I will first be going over what I see on the daily chart and finish the video off with the weekly chart. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please trade at your own risk. So my goal for today is to show you guys what the market participants have been doing and where they're most likely going to take price to next. Before I begin, if you guys are interested in downloading and using the TradingView software, make sure you use my link in the video description below. It's an affiliate link and you can help support the channel out. I highly recommend the TradingView platform. It's what I use every single day to chart dozens of stocks and even sometimes cryptocurrencies. They even have commodities as well. So anything with the price chart is basically available on TradingView. Link in the video description below. Let's go over some important things first before we begin the technical analysis. Just a reminder, gratitude is the attitude. I remember someone left that in the comments. Thank you for leaving that in the comments. I will always remember that for the rest of my life. So gratitude is the attitude. What are you guys grateful for? I'm grateful for having the ability to upload and show you guys these videos. I think it's pretty cool that I was born during this time in the universe where we have the capability of sharing information across the internet. So, what are you guys grateful for? Always remember that there's always something positive to look forward to and appreciate. Another thing, let's see, some news events. Looks like Strategy announced proposed STRF, which is Strife. They call it Strife, perpetual preferred stock offering. So instead of Strike, which is their STRK, they have a new one, which is STRF, which is Strife. So I don't know too much about it, but basically it's going to accumulate cumulative dividends at a fixed rate of 10%. Regular dividends on the professional Strife preferred stock will be payable when, as, and if declared by Strategy's board of directors. So basically, they're just coming out with more products to be able to purchase Bitcoin in the future. So to me, this is good news for the future. They're still number one on the Bitcoin treasury list at just below 500,000 Bitcoin. And then we have Metaplanet, who just jumped into the top 10, as you can see here today. So top 10 publicly listed holder Bitcoin or BTC, Metaplanet. So they were able to acquire 150 BTC today, and now they hold 3,200 Bitcoin. So it's just a small little company out in Japan. So I think they hold the most Bitcoin out of any Asian company, and the rest are basically American, except for I think Bitcoin Group, which is a German company. So you could see that it's a arms race, right? It's these companies are trying to acquire as much Bitcoin as possible. MicroStrategy is the leader, and they will probably continue to dominate the field with their 500,000 Bitcoin, with the next best at 46,000. So they're going to continue to purchase more. They can continue to dominate the field. No one's catching up to them at this point. Anybody who buys Bitcoin is basically pumping up MicroStrategy's bags. So I'm very bullish on MicroStrategy long-term fundamentally. I think they're doing the right things, right? We don't want them to stop buying Bitcoin. The whole point of purchasing MicroStrategy is because you want them to acquire and continue to acquire Bitcoin in the future. I mean, if you don't understand MicroStrategy, it's probably because you're not a Bitcoin maximalist. You have to be, I would say, a Bitcoin maximalist to really appreciate what MSTR is and what they're trying to do. Or else you're just gonna look at it as some company, and then you're gonna just drop the bag, right? I think you have to really understand Bitcoin first, and then you will understand MicroStrategy. Because if you just look at MicroStrategy as the company, I'm pretty sure you'd be scared because you're like, okay, why is this company keep on buying Bitcoin? Why is the share price down? Their software company is not that good. I mean, you keep on thinking like that. If you don't understand Bitcoin, then you won't understand MicroStrategy. And a lot of people are scared of Bitcoin, but why you're not scared of the fiat system, which is guaranteed to fail, is it's guaranteed to continue to lose purchasing power over time. Banks are guaranteed to continue to go bankrupt and close up, and eventually you won't even have your money in the bank. It won't even be over there. And history repeats, or as they say, it rhymes. Bank runs happened, right? People went to the bank. The bank did not have their money. Why? Because they continued to loan out more than they had on hand. and then people couldn't get their money out of the bank, and same thing might happen in the future. So this happened just last century, in the 20th century. Just look it up. It happened in the United States. Why did they even ban gold from allowing Americans to hold gold? Why didn't they ban other currencies? They banned the most hardest asset possible because that's what people want to hold. And at this point, it's going to be Bitcoin, and it's going to continue to be Bitcoin throughout the next decades and possibly even next centuries. So MicroStrategy is doing the right thing fundamentally. Short term, this still looks like a correction. I mean, it's very low volatility going on right now. It's very boring. I understand. This could be good or bad for most people. But overall, it looks like price is still trading outside of this downward sloping trend line, which is a good sign. As you can see here, price did break through it previously, right over here, but immediately failed. But this time, looks like we're closing outside of it, which is a bullish sign. So I don't think this is going to continue to trade at this low volatility for that much longer. Again, I've been saying that since February, but again, how much longer can it continue, right? I don't think it's going to be into April. If it is, then obviously, then it is what it is, right? But I just don't see it happening. Bitcoin on the last year of its bull cycle generally is the most emotional and the most extravagant. So I don't see how MicroStrategy is going to continue to be this boring, right? But that's the good thing, right? You want the market to be boring. It's not a gambling. It's not a casino. Boring is good. Boring means you're doing the right thing. I mean, it's not supposed to be entertaining. It's supposed to be boring. You're supposed to just look at the chart. Okay, not much happened today, and then you just continue on with your life. Same thing with the technicals for today. Okay, not much has happened. Okay, 3% drop is basically nothing for MicroStrategy, just a rounding error. And overall, this still looks like price is just trading between that 240 level and the 320 level. So I'm looking for a breakout above the 320 level to be really bullish on the technical aspect. We did break through this downward trend line. The more and more sideways we go, the more and more this trend line becomes invalidated because we're starting to trade outside of it. We just need price. We just need to see price rocket above the 320 level. And I think once Bitcoin starts breaking above its levels, so let's take a look at that right now. BTC USD on the Bitfinex. So right now you can see there's a downward sloping trend line, there's an upward sloping trend line. Price came back again to the upward sloping trend line, and it's just getting pinched between these two levels, waiting to break out lower, maybe reach the $71,000 level, or break out higher to come back towards this level right over here. Let me see again, or lock the screen accidentally. This level right over here, the $92,000 level, and possibly even the all-time highs. So let's see what happens. It's just chopping around at the same price level as it has been doing for the past couple of weeks now. We're basically at the same price level as in November of 2024. So it's already been, let's see, that's about, December, January, February, March. So 4 months you can buy Bitcoin at the same price as it was 4 months ago. So that's pretty good, if you ask me. Especially because let's say if you were buying Bitcoin throughout the entire bull market right over here, well, now your tax is a lot less. In America, we have long-term and short-term capital gains. So over 1 year is going to be long-term. So I mean, if anything, it's kind of good that it's dragging out because now you could probably get more of that long-term gains instead of that short-term gains. So that's basically everything I wanted to cover on the daily chart. Technically, again, this is nothing, right? It's I can't even analyze it. It doesn't even change the picture at all. Nothing has really changed at all. If anything, we just need to see price break above the 320 level, or we need to see price break below the 240 level. Anything in between is just noise and nonsense and wasting time. Just have to go keep yourself occupied with other things. Let's take a look at the weekly chart, log scale. Here's the log scale for MSTR. And you can see that, let's go and clear the drawings, that we did come back to the second trend line. So this is the first trend line right here. And this is the second trend line right over here. Price did come back to it. So could be good or bad news, could be good news or bad news, depending on how you look at it. But generally, when price, is in a long-term bull market, you'll see 3 to 4 trend lines. So you'll see like the first angle, and then you'll see the second angle. So we already came back to the second angle. So you could say we're right about here, right? Because this is the last time price touched the second angle before it went berserk into the third angle and then the fourth angle. And this happened right back here in 2020 up until 2021. So generally, you'll see these types of exponential moves for a trend, especially when it's a stock like this. So I think this is still pretty early in the trend. We haven't seen anything yet, or I could be completely wrong, and we have topped already. Obviously, that's always on the table, but I just don't see that happening right now. If you think MicroStrategy has topped, then you're saying Bitcoin has topped. I don't see how Bitcoin has topped at all. I don't think anyone is expecting Bitcoin to be topped right now. And this to me just looks like a correction to play out. I think once we see a break of this downward, maybe sloping trend line right over here on the log scale, I look at both charts because, sometimes traders will look at both, one or the other. So it's good to look at both. And I think once we see a strong push through this trend line, break above the 320 level, it's game on. We see nice rejection from this trend line, multiple wicks. So everything is still looking pretty good. It's just we need to see strong buying from the aggressive buyers, right? Until then, it's just boring. It's not doing anything, and the volatility is not where it used to be just last year. So overall, that's all I have for MicroStrategy on the day week charts. If you guys want me to cover more about Bitcoin, just to talk about it here and there, about fiat, about Bitcoin, I can do that on the weekends in a separate video. Let me know in the comments down below. Been researching a lot about Bitcoin, fiat for the past several years now. And if you guys have any questions, leave it in the comments down below. It's Vee Trades, and thank you for your time.